Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second bout of the evening right here at AFC 15. This fight brought to you by Liquid Silver Tattoos on Hoddle Street. 3 by 5 minute rounds in the AFC Bantamweight division when their belt holds your man in charge in centering Mr. Ignatius Missilides. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's an angry judo fighter standing 5 feet, 5.5 inches tall with an official weight 62.3 kilograms. A fight record, 2 wins for 2 losses. Fighting out of Senshai Academy in Thomastown, ladies and gentlemen, Ivo Dos Santos.
Huge ovation for Ivo Dos Santos.
And across the cage, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's a BJJ fighter standing 5 feet, 9 inches tall. Official weight, 62.65 kilograms. 3 wins, 1 loss. Fighting out of the Scammer Fight Club in Narre Warren, ladies and gentlemen, Chris the Warrior Wase.
Once again, AFC 15 it is. Matt Pillows here with Josh Warner and Jason Reinhardt. Our second fight of AFC 15. It is Chris Wase taking on Ivo Dos Santos here at the Melbourne Pavilion. Packed house here in Melbourne.
This one, again, I think that the first couple of minutes in this fight is crucial. Let's see who's able to dictate with their preferred style early on.
Oh. See if Chris Wase can utilize his reach and height advantage. That'll be huge.
Look immediately, I don't like to say I get right often, but Chris has gone back to those kickboxing roots. Immediately some really good leg kicks, but being caught here and the takedown.
There's that judo.
So Jason Reinhardt, now I'm going to throw to you here. Ivo's got a grappling advantage. What does Chris Wase do to improve his position here?
Well, he's got to be calm, get that underhook, get that far underhook with his left arm. Stay calm, he's got the half guard, get that lockdown. Don't let Chris Wase posture up and start punching.
Yeah, really good point. Would you prefer to see Ivo throwing a couple of punches here just to soften him up a little bit?
Well, he has to create space. He's not going to be able to do that with Chris Wase being so tight. But yes, he can definitely strike on the bottom. Now he's got that far overhook. That's really good. Now he's pressed up against the cage. Now he's got to do the snake walk and get up.
I want to see some punches by Ivo here. Now Chris has got nowhere to go, so here we go. Couple of soften up punches.
That was nice. Now he's got to get wrist control now.
Chris Wase, really strong fighter as well, and if you can recognise here too, he's got such long legs, which could be dangerous from an active guard should the fight go back to the ground.
He has to get wrist control. He's got to get wrist control. He's in danger. He's getting tapped out right now.
It's a standing guillotine.
Absolutely. You can't let that. He doesn't have wrist control.
Ivo doesn't want to gas his arms at the same time, Jason Reinhardt.
Absolutely not. He's got to know when to apply pressure and squeeze and when to let go.
Ivo's let go of the guillotine.
There we go.
So
okay.
Averted disaster there for Chris Wase early on, but Ivo's got really low control here, and don't be surprised if you see a slam on cue.
That judo experience, boys.
And full mount. Big trouble for Chris Wase. Ivo Dos Santos in full mount. Here come the punches.
And also in his corner as well, Josh.
Chris Wase has to take one side or another and get to his hips. He can't let his shoulders hit the mat like this. He's got to get to one side or another and try to escape that mount position.
He has got
now
back
he has
to
half guard, yes.
Yeah, really well done.
That
Chris
was
Wase
very nice.
Showing some really good grappling defense so far. He's been in 2 pretty horrible positions and has been able to maneuver his way out of it.
And he's not taking any damage from the top.
Yeah, I would like to see, I mean, I've got a striking background, so it's always going to be a bit biased, but I would like to see Ivo throw a few more punches just to keep Chris Wase guessing. Right now, again, Chris trying to explode. Ivo's got a guillotine.
He's got to get wrist control. That's a very dangerous position.
He's got a guillotine here.
He's got a lot of positions here to do a lot of chokes there.
Let go. Ivo threatening, though, early on, Jason Reinhardt.
Absolutely. I mean, you're never going to underestimate a jiu-jitsu.
Ivo's got a guillotine again. Ivo's got a guillotine, and it's tight. Wase trying to improve position. Again, he doesn't look like, he's let go again.
Yeah, he can't get it from here. He's going to get mount, though.
If he gets mount, the guillotine is on. Chris Wase has got to improve position from the bottom.
He's doing a very good job pushing Ivo's right knee to maintain back to half guard.
Ivo again going for the guillotine, but again lets go, and this is going to put pressure on his abs. Oh, well done, swept by Chris Wase. But he's swept straight into a guillotine in a full guard. Jason, can Ivo finish a fight from here?
Well, absolutely he can. From full guard there, he's got his open guard now, but full guard absolutely can. But as he slips out
Chris
here.
Wase out,
slips
and
out.
Ivo Dos Santos has gassed his arms, I think, here as well.
No doubt he has, and his corner looks very concerned, Josh.
That's great.
Big punches by Chris
great.
Wase, big punches.
And there you see the utilization of his reach.
Exactly
there.
right, exactly right. Now let's see what Ivo's got from the defensive
Now
side of the
he just needs
grappling.
to calm down and stay heavy. Heavy pressure and calm down. He's in good position now.
He's got full side control and elbow city if he wants it here. Ivo trying to improve position. Chris Wase right now though, he's got one of Ivo's arms crucifixed, but Ivo's doing really well scrambling. Oh, he's got his back.
Position before submission. Position before submission. He's got to get one hook in. There we go. That right hook there. Okay, now position before submission. It's going to be very hard to submit a judo Olympian though.
Yeah, Ivo tucked his chin in really well there. All Chris Wase had was chin. Ivo again going back for the potential guillotine that he now no longer has, but Ivo really dangerous with the submissions early in this fight.
Absolutely.
Ivo again got control of Chris Wase's head. Chris Wase positioning his body low though, might try the takedown himself, but got to be careful he doesn't fall straight into a guillotine again. 10 seconds out, round one. Oh, big takedown.
I'm really impressed with Chris Wase.
That's it of round number one.
What a huge start here in Melbourne, and that second fight, the first round, guys, very, very even. On points, it's going to be interesting because Ivo was really strong that first half, and we saw Chris come on top of that last 90 seconds.
Spoke to Ivo yesterday, his camp was fine, so I'm expecting him to still be fresh. It's just the arms and how much he's got left in them. Chris Wase again takes a center. Oh, good right hand. Two good right hands.
Left hand up.
That hurt. That hurt Ivo. Yeah, Ivo's hurt. Chris Wase got to keep this standing. He's gone for the guillotine. Ivo takedown again. Jason Reinhardt once again, really good scrambling by Ivo Dos Santos.
Absolutely.
I want to see this fight stay standing though. Chris Wase looks very crisp on his feet. Really good body kicks, couple of good high kicks, and really good left-right hands at the moment.
Now Ivo needs to keep pressure here. He's got him up against the cage. He needs to relax and keep pressure, heavy pressure there.
Yeah, and this will really frustrate Chris Wase too because he's clearly winning the striking exchanges, but Ivo again has got him into a tussle at the moment, and he's got the takedown. Oh, he's got side control though.
He's got head and arm there.
So what sort of submissions could he be looking
Well,
for here,
he's got the
Jason
arm lock. Well, now he turns to the back. He had a head and arm. He had a arm lock there from the head and arm.
Where's the knees?
Scrambled back.
Oh, there we go. There's the knees. I'd be throwing knees here if I was Ivo Dos Santos.
Heavy on the head. I like that. Heavy on the head there.
Yeah, this is really draining too for Chris Wase, having all Ivo's body weight right on the top of his head and neck area.
Sure is.
Ivo, big knee. Knee by Ivo Dos Santos.
Chris Wase needs to get his chin up, his head up, wrist control and head up.
Yeah, he's not doing much there at the moment. He's sort of just maintaining position. He doesn't want the takedown. He's got the takedown though.
Very nice job there. Now he's got to hold him there. Suck his hips back in. Don't let him crawl up that cage.
Exactly what
Don't
he's
let
done.
him snake up that cage like that. Keep pressure, heavy pressure.
Perfectly called Jason Reinhardt. Ivo's got almost a butterfly in on one side.
Now don't give him space. Keep heavy pressure there.
Chris Wase starts dropping bumps. Here we go. Big punches. Big punches by Chris Wase. Ivo Dos Santos again throwing a couple little soften up punches from below. Maybe the idea here, Jace, could be for Ivo to take control of Chris and have the referee stand and back up.
Well, possibly, but Chris has that far overhook, which is very important there, so that's good. He's now going for an arm lock. He's got to watch his arm.
Yeah,
Ivo's going for an arm lock.
Ivo worked the arm bar to no success. Now, Wade's a bit compromised here. His body weight's off. Ivo might be able to scramble out of this.
Look, he's
going to drop him off. Yeah, he's going to flick him over the front. No, he's giving up his back. Chris Wase now back control. One hook in, maybe two hooks in.
Yes, now cannot get too high on the head because he will get bumped off. He's got to stay low a little bit here. Now he might have the rear naked
He's got the choke.
It's very hard to see from this angle, but
no,
okay.
Ivo really crafty on the ground. Going to be very hard to get a straight up rear naked choke on Ivo Dos Santos.
Yeah.
Chris Wase again, dominant ground position in this round though, so
What
on
a
the judges'
great fight.
scorecards, he'd be winning this one pretty comfortably, you think, Jace?
Yes, absolutely right now, but what a great fight.
Oh, big
nice
knee.
knee there.
Big knee on the Australian flag logo that Ivo wears very proudly as a former Olympic judo practitioner. Chris Wase again, maintaining ground control. Ivo staying busy, and he hasn't been in any real danger, but again, from a ground control perspective, this is Chris Wase's round so far.
Yeah, he's winning the fight. He's controlling the fight. He's pushing him up against the cage. He's controlling everything right now, so he's definitely winning the fights.
Chris again, trying to take Ivo's back.
He has to get position before submission.
Look how smart
There
Ivo
we
is,
go.
though, tucking his chin in again.
He's got his arm trapped there. See his right arm?
Yep.
He's got Ivo's right arm trapped. He needs to keep that. Well, he got out of it now, Ivo did.
And
Good job.
Ivo sucks his chin in really well, which means that Chris can't get his arm under the chin to the throat area, which would, in effect, complete the rear naked choke.
Well, look, Ivo's a judo Olympian. He's been caught so many times in
Oh,
training.
big punches, though, Jace. Big punches.
Absolutely. Punches change everything.
Yeah,
Hard to choke out an judo Olympian. Very difficult.
and that's what he's proving so far. Ivo hanging in there in round 2, but clearly a dominant round for Chris Wase on the judges' scorecards.
Now he needs to flatten him out.
Oh!
Nice. Now he needs to stay heavy.
Couple of big punches. The first one definitely got through Ivo's relatively tight guard. If I was Chris Wase, I'd be trying a few more punches, Matty Pilios.
Yeah, definitely. I know his volume should be a lot higher, and Ivo just seems very rattled. His corner very, very concerned, guys.
Yeah, a bit quiet too. Ivo's obviously comfortable. He hasn't been in any real danger on the ground so far, but maybe his corner could be throwing him some pearls of wisdom right now to improve his position.
And is it fair to say that Chris looks a lot more of the bigger man? Yes, they weighed in very similar, but to me seems a good 2 or 3 kilos heavier.
Oh, Chris looks much bigger. And not only the height and reach, but just in
Even his
general body
legs.
shape, he looks a much bigger fighter. And that's why Ivo's having so much trouble bucking him here.
That's in round number 2.
Ivo's done a great job by not taking too much punishment on the bottom there.
Look, he didn't wear much damage, but again...
But he's winning the fight. He's losing
probably,
the fight.
Probably one round all now, and now Ivo's got to come out in the third, and he's got to win this round.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as much as Ivo's probably been dominated 75% of the time, he probably stole that first round with his start and that big slam. Could it be one round each, guys? It's going to be huge. Last round of our second fight of AFC 15.
Well checked, Ivo Dos Santos.
Very nice check there.
The left hook, Ivo Dos Santos was knocked out for left hook 2 fights ago. Big takedown, a very important takedown for Ivo Dos Santos early in round 3. If he can maintain this position here, continue those submission attempts.
That was nice there by Ivo. That was nice there by Dos Santos.
Look, I've been really impressed with Ivo's ground game, and again, as I said earlier, I'm glad that Ivo isn't standing there in the striking exchanges.
I like how he put his left knee under his arm, on Chris Wase's right armpit, so he's staying tight, no space.
What does Chris Wase do from here, Jason Reinhart?
Chris Wase has to get his shoulders off the mat. He's got to get one shoulder at least off the mat and start moving. Get that lockdown. Try for sweeps. You can't get flattened out like this.
Yeah, look, if this stays the same position, Chris Wase will more than likely drop a decision in his fight. So he has to now pull the trigger, push the button, try something to get back to the feet where he's definitely winning the striking exchanges.
Yes. Will be loving this in front of his corner and on top here.
Let's try the shoulder bump there.
I love a good shoulder bump. That and a good foot stomp.
Yeah, it's the old school foot stomp. People laugh at it, but hey, it hurts.
Butterfly for Chris Wase. One butterfly. He can use this to sweep.
Absolutely.
Again, not wearing any damage, but for our MMA fans who haven't seen a lot of this in the past, Ivo Dos Santos on the judges' scorecard would be in the favourable position. Chris's output is good, but right now Ivo is probably winning this round.
I like how he cut the angle there. That was beautiful. I cut the angle and put, Chris Wase back on his bottom there.
Now, Ivo's ground control has been really, really impressive, Matty.
Yeah, he's been really good. He just seems like a different fighter from the last 2 fights we've seen him.
And he's got full mount. Ivo now in full mount. Submission, strike, punch, elbow, shoulder thrust, everything from here to bust Chris Wase up and finish his fight.
Just pinch those knees together and stay heavy. Pick your shots wisely. Posture up. Now he got the scramble.
Here we go. Now here we go. Chris Wase's chance now. We've got about half this round to go.
That was a nice knee there.
Got to turn up the striking.
By Chris Wase.
But it looks like he's gone for the takedown. Chris working the double leg again. Maybe he's a bit gassed now, Matty Pilios.
Yeah, he looks absolutely exhausted. Took a couple of big breaths there, Chris, and he's trying to get his legs around Ivos's leg there, but arms around Ivos's legs there, but struggled and Ivos
can't get that double underhook there. Well, he's got one up.
Big takedown. 2 takedowns now in round 3 for Ivo Dos Santos, and Chris Wase back on his back, which Jason Reinhardt is the last place he wants to be right now.
Yes, he's got to move, and he's doing it. He's got to get, see there, I like how he's getting up. He's got to go.
Jason and Josh, one of those fights you'd hate to be a judge at the moment, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Look, in my opinion, Chris Wase will now have to finish Ivo to get this victory.
I agree.
Round 1 was close. Round 2 was definitely Chris. You don't want to leave it in that scorecard, though. He has to get to his feet and start throwing them from all angles.
And he's trying. He's trying to get up. Look at that.
Oh, he's going to sweep.
Almost a nice sweep there.
Very hard to sweep a judo Olympian.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Really impressive performance again by Ivo Dos Santos. I know that I was obviously wanting this fight to get back to the feet for a bit of striking action, but this is Ivo's game plan, and he's implemented it perfectly so far.
Chris has to go now. He's got to go. He's got to make something happen.
Oh, this is reckless abandonment now. Chris has got to either throw a leg up, try and get an armbar, try and get a triangle, or get this fight back to its feet and throw punches and kicks from all angles.
And he sweeps him. That was a beautiful sweep. Picture perfect sweep. And that's not easy to do. You're talking about doing that to a judo Olympian. That's not easy.
Got to get the job done now, though. Got to either get the submission or not even separate. Separate and get this fight back standing. He's got 1 minute to win this fight, Chris Wase. Full mount, no. Oh, lucky.
You know, Ivo Santos' half guard there.
And as they should be. I mean, this is panic mode now for Chris Wase. He's got to throw everything. I know he's tired. I know he's gassed. Elbows, punches, whatever you can get in there. Try and finish his fight.
This is when you dig down deep inside your soul. Posture up and give it everything you have.
And that was a big, two big elbows. Ivo a bit rocked, potentially. Chris Wase, keep dropping those elbows.
Get your head out of there for Chris Wase and posture up and start landing the punches.
Chris Wase got a few seconds left. Try and finish his fight. Ivo still active on the bottom.
Now, Josh, I would not want to be a judge.
No, this is a very tough fight to score.
This one going right down to the wire.
10 seconds to go.
What a great fight. A lot of things going on here in this fight.
Ivo Dos Santos will finish with his back on the canvas, but may have done enough to pick up a big victory.
AFC 15, our second fight.
Guys.
Will it be Chris Wase or will it be Ivo Dos Santos?
Chris Wase is on top of the cage. He thinks he's won this. Ivo looks pretty happy. He thinks he's won it. Jason Reinhardt, let's go. Give me a prediction. Who won this fight?
Don't ask me that, please.
Oh, I just asked you. Who won this fight? Come on, prediction.
Oh, my gosh. Man, you know what? I don't know.
I want you to tell me.
I got to be honest.
Let's go. Go out on a limb on your first night of commentary. Who won that fight in your opinion?
Okay, I'm going to say Ivo Dos Santos.
I'm going to agree with you, my friend. I think Chris Wase was gutsy. He showed heaps of heart. I think Ivo did enough in round 1 and enough in round 3 to steal a decision. Don't be surprised if it's a split or a majority or something weird happened to this one.
Yes, I mean, I'd even like to say that, but with the judo throws, he had some very good judo throws.
He got the takedown. Ivo Dos Santos 4 takedowns to Chris Wase's 1. That may be the defining factor in this fight.
But much respect to Chris Wase. I mean, my gosh, that was a grinder.
Both guys have got really bright futures ahead of them.
Oh, absolutely.
And whoever loses this fight, it's going to be a tough loss to take. The winner will go on to bigger and better things, but I'd love to see Adam Milankovic bring both of these guys back AFC in the near future.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. Your 3 judges have scored the contest 29-28, 30-27, 29-28, declaring a winner via unanimous points decision. Red corner, Chris the Warrior!
Wow.
Wase!
30-27 to Chris Wase, so they've given him all 3 rounds.
Very, very close fight. Ivo Dos Santos, round of applause, very close, could have gone either way. We said on the commentary session, extremely, very close. What would you like to say quickly?
Oh, Chris is a killer. I felt better round 1. I thought he was tired, but he came back strong round 2 and 3. Completely deserved it. I couldn't get out of those bad spots he put me in. Hats off to Chris, well done.
Great effort and as good as we've seen you for a long time, Ivo Dos Santos. But Chris Wase, Awesome performance, mate. You know, to go against the next Olympian in judo, very, very tough. We know what a camp he's got as well. He got guys like Jose Lopez and such a great team. You know, that first round was the one that was 50-50. He took you down with a hard slam. You came back hard, slammed him. Second round dominated, and third he probably came out stronger, but you finished strong. So one of those fights very hard for the judges. You've got the chocolates. Congratulations, you must be happy.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier. Thanks, Ivo, for taking the fight. I've always got a lot of respect to anyone that steps in here. Yeah, I've always wanted to fight him for years, seeing how good he is, and I always want to step up and take on the harder competition. So, yeah, thanks, Ivo. Thanks, heaps. Also, myself, I want to thank all my sponsors. Recently, getting sponsored by Bossman Combat Sports, shorts I'm wearing tonight, Reflex Nutrition, everyone on the back of the t-shirt. A huge thanks goes to my team, Clay, Izzy and Peter for cornering me today. Clay's been with me for about 5-6 years, never given up. Yeah, no, can't thank them enough. Everyone for coming, supporting me. All the boys, everyone that bought tickets. My girlfriend Melissa, I've got to thank her. All the time she puts up with me cutting weight and all that sort of thing. So, yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Appreciate it. Let's have a beer.
All of a sudden you're 4-1. Big round of applause for Chris Wase.